Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to the Two Sides of the Shop.
My name is Alyssa.
My name is DeMarco, but y'all call me Marco. Welcome to Two Sides of the South.
Two Sides of the South.
Four. Hold on.
You said how much?
Four.
Four? Okay. Are solo vacations a better experience than group vacations?
Ooh. Now, this answer is just because I'm more of a solo dolo type of person, right? Like, I'm real comfortable going places by myself, traveling, exploring, all that, going solo date, whatever the case may be. My opinion, solo it before you try to plan a group, depending on who you're playing a group with. I think the solo experience, once you're like, if it's tough, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. A solo experience can be amazing. You can do exactly whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. You don't have to wait on nobody. You don't have to depend on nobody else to have their situation straight or whatever. You don't have to worry about any outside emotion or noise. You don't have to worry about, other responsibilities. Is there danger in there? Absolutely, but there's danger in everything. Live a little, right? Get comfortable in your skin. However, the right group of friends, to me, you can make playing in a sandbox a time of your life. The right group of friends, like the right person, right two people, three, it doesn't matter. The right group of people can make that experience the greatest, whatever it is, the greatest experience ever. It's just getting the right group of people all in the same accord, to me, is where it's like, I'll just play it solo first and then, worry about something else another time. So for me, I'm going to say solo it, just because, it's a lot of factors in group activities. It's a lot of factors involved. Planning a lot of outside things. Life happens, not trying to be unfair in my situations. So I'm going to say solo. How about you?
Okay. Wait, but I need you to read the question again.
So the question is, are solo vacations a better experience than group vacations?
Okay, better experience. Got you. The thing is, I feel like as a woman, it is hard for us to do things by ourselves, especially if you are, I hate to say that might sound rude, but I was about to say attractive. But I'm just saying, when you are out by yourself, and I literally just took a girls trip to Aruba with my homegirls, and if I would have did that trip by myself, like you could be a target. You just never know, because you're coming across people who look at you and know right off bat that you're a tourist. And so, yeah, because I go to the movies by myself all the time. I go to dinner I live alone, I do a lot of solo stuff, but when it comes to traveling, I do prefer to go with my friends, just because I know, well, first of all, we can afford it. So I know when we say, let's go here, they're like, okay, let's go. And regardless whether me and my friends, we've been friends for a very long time. So hopefully you have that close-knit group of friends that you can just trust and know that, people, may not want to go to the same restaurant to eat or whatever, and might argue about that or something, but at the end of the day, we're still going to go eat and have a great time in Aruba or wherever we are. But yeah, as a woman, it's hard to travel by myself, and just speaking from me. Yeah.
Definitely understandable.
I would say the greatest trip I ever been on was a solo trip.
Yeah,
I had the most fun.
Yeah,
I went to Mexico for 72 hours by myself. That was one of the greatest trips I've ever been on, because literally I could just wake up any time of the day and just go do what I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it from a woman's standpoint that it can feel unsafe, especially if you're in a foreign country. People disappear all the time. People get trafficked all the time. So I get it from that standpoint, but I'm just speaking personally. I had the most fun solo.
Yeah, I understand.
Definitely understandable. I think today, if you don't have like a group of friends that you've known for a long time, group travel is so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's so difficult. In today's economy too, especially like it, I will admit, it is difficult. It can be taxing and stuff like that. And everybody got different life situations. But if you do have a solid group of friends, you know, that you've known for a minute, yeah, definitely. It's very rewarding. It goes to group.
Yeah.
Definitely rewarding.
And you know, they also, I can say my friends were challenging me to do things that I had never done before.
That could be
like
very fun.
getting off the yacht and getting into the ocean and swimming with freaking dolphins. And it's just like, oh my God, I would never do this.
Real cool for that.
I would never do this, but I'm going to do this because they encourage me to do this, to get out of my comfort zone because I'm in Aruba and why not? Yeah. And so, I feel, but I get you though. Yeah. I do understand the importance of being able to do things solo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's some people, like I even have some friends that have made comments. I'm like, ew, you go to the movies by yourself? I'm like, yeah.
I had the same reaction. They're like, yo, wait, you going by yourself? I'm like, yeah, I go straight to myself. Like, what in the world? I'd be lit, have a great song.
Yeah.
No problem. But I'm also only child. I've grown up like comfortable in my own skin. So I think like I've noticed some people with siblings, I know it's a little off subject and stuff, but people with siblings, they like, I wouldn't say attention needy, but they're not really cool with just being to themselves. They got to be around, or they say, I can't do that.
I disagree. I am the middle child of
like
3. And I definitely enjoy my alone time. I mean, I think it's actually really important to be comfortable being by yourself.
It's so important.
Like living alone, I am so happy that I've been able to experience this before I settle down and get married and become a mom and stuff. Like, I think it's just really important to be comfortable with being by yourself. And it doesn't mean you're alone. Because I almost said alone, but you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm not lonely at all. I just am enjoying my alone time.
Yeah, it's just your own company, your own, little presence. And you learn a lot about yourself. You learn, I feel like I'm about to jump another topic, so we might have to clip this. Put it in a little short here. But to like relationships and stuff like that, a lot of people don't take alone time after relationships or stuff like that to kind of just like relearn themselves or regroup.
Oh, you mean like after ending?
Yeah, ending a relationship and stuff like. I'm sorry, let me clarify that. After ending a relationship, like that alone time, that you can see a lot of growth within yourself and like relearn yourself, relearn what makes you tick, or what you like, things like that. I think alone time, to a certain capacity is really, really helpful, really healthy.
Yeah, I actually love that you said that because I guess to dive into my personal life.
Yeah, talk to us.
I went through a breakup like 3 years ago, and I mean, it happens. Yeah. But I feel like after that breakup and me shifting my focus to myself, because I didn't realize how much, when you're in a relationship, how much you are pouring into your partner and putting yourself and your own needs on the back burner. Yeah. And I just realized once I was by myself, and after that breakup, I realized the things that I had to work on within myself. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time saying like, oh, it's always pointing the finger at the other person. And I actually was able to realize a lot of things about myself and how I handled things that I said, you know what? I actually want to work on this before I go and be with someone else.
Absolutely.
And the importance of also just being able to heal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. People be bringing baggage and emotional trauma, and then being unfair to the next person when the next person, they didn't even, granted, if they do something, light them up type stuff, but brand new, they haven't done nothing and they already giving them problems that the last person then brought into the stuff. So I absolutely think that period of growth is essential.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential. People don't be ready. People don't change, and they just keep going with the next thing. And it just gets worse and worse. And it's that's how you get some toxic people.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sits down, or they don't ever take that space and be like, all right, let me look in the mirror. What's going on with me? How can I be better for the next, or how can I better myself first? I feel like in a relationship, it takes like, I think everybody needs to be stable by themselves before they get in a relationship. They should have their emotional state more managed and figured out, than the average person. They should have, whatever their life more figured out. So like when two stable people come together, it's like a nice house foundation. You can build on it.
Yeah.
Like type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think breaks definitely.
Yeah.
The time period is definitely needed. Healthy.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
Very healthy.
And another thing is I feel like it's important to have happiness within too. Cause I feel like some people put all their happiness in the person instead of just having it within. So like once, things end, they're like in shambles and pieces because like this person was
their
everything. Their whole life. Exactly.
My whole world. Don't mean it literally.
Yeah.
Like that is, really the personality becomes the relationship.
Yeah. And I feel like me personally, I just think once I was by myself and I realized what I needed to be happy, and then it made me also start realizing the type of partner that I needed as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because until you really know yourself and love yourself, how can you expect someone else to know how to love you or show up for you correctly?
Come on. If you don't even know what you love, how they supposed to learn it?
Yeah.
Like, that's absolutely a huge point. Number 20.
So question number 20. Is partying a necessary part of a person's youth and self-discovery or overhyped cultural distraction? Who want to go first?
Ladies first.
Oh, wait. I need you to ask a question again.
I bet. All right, so the question is partying a necessary part of a person's youth and self-discovery or overhyped cultural distraction?
Ooh, okay. That's hard, honestly, because I feel like it could be both. It could be both. I feel like partying and like just living it up with your friends, like especially when I feel like when I went to college and was with my friends going out and just having a good time, just being carefree, it taught me the importance of being able to have that a part of my life, that carefree aspect, having fun. Because college was already like stressful enough. And even now, being out of college and working, I've been like trying to find that work-life balance because I realized the importance of having a good time and being able to not stress about, work or life. And it's just something about partying and just having a good time that makes you realize that it's important to be able to party in life and just have a good time. If that makes sense. Okay.
So for me, I'm going to say it depends on the person's personality. A lot of times it can be a distraction for some people. Are you good? It can be a distraction for some people. But I definitely agree with you in the same aspect. It's a great way to, release some energy, take a distraction away, especially from classes. College can be very stressful. Life can be very stressful. And, just having a good time with your friends can definitely just relieve you some of that and give you a nice little fresh mindset going into the following week. But we also have to be careful because in today's society, a lot of people think that's the only way to have fun is to go party and things like that. I think there's a lot of different outlets that we should also explore, especially, as young people. That it could be fun, for instance, just going to do things with friends, like activities, going to do like, maybe outdoor activities, things like that, depending on, your personality group and stuff like that, obviously. But I think, it's important to also find other things to, let out the energy besides just partying, because that can lead to a whole different side of problems. But, that's a different topic for a different day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I completely agree. All right. 9.
Are we becoming too soft as a society?
Oh my goodness. Are we becoming too soft? Oh, OMG, I honestly was just thinking about this the other day. I definitely think we're becoming too soft. I think every little thing that people do or say, like even comedians, like people take it so serious and then they want to like cancel you and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, when did we as a society become so soft? It's insane. I actually just commented on someone's TikTok like a couple weeks back. And the girl had her baby like on her chest. I mean, it was a toddler. He was like 3 and he smacked her in the face. And so she smacked him back. And I mean, it wasn't like a real like smack. It was like a tap. But he started crying because he like,
I can't.
But then he stopped crying. He like laid on her for a second. He was like, damn, Ma, you just gonna hit me back? And she was like, yes, because you think you can hit me. She was like, if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back.
It's lessons you learn.
So I commented and I was like, yeah, because gentle parenting is for gentle kids.
I mean, hello.
It's not like she beat him, but she's like, I need you to learn if you're going to hit someone, they're going to hit you back.
Absolutely.
I know I'm your mama, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's important you learn that in the home before you go outside and get dragged by the boy down the street.
You feel me? Because you think you just put your hands on people.
So I commented that and someone literally, and I mean, I had got so many. I didn't even realize that if you comment on someone's post that other people were going to interact with my comments so much. But like the comment section on TikTok is actually a really popular place that people like to meet in.
You got jumped?
And so I learned that day.
They got you.
So it was a lot of people agreeing with me and laughing like, yes, facts. Like, you know, but you know, if my kid not gentle, I'm not going to be gentle sitting here kissing his tail, pretending like his behavior is okay. Facts, And then someone commented and said, well, you obviously beat your kids and they're going to grow up and be a menace to society because you beat your kids. And I was like, first of all, I said, I don't even have kids. I don't even have kids. So you thought that you like really like read me for filth, but I don't have kids. But one thing that I do understand is your child learns in the home first. So if you allow your kid to go out into the world and think that the world is going to be nice to him if he is showing his ass, you're not raising them the right way.
Absolutely.
Sorry for the aggression, but like she really came for my whole life. I'm like, and I mean, she literally commented like 5 times.
Oh, she was serious.
I don't even remember what else she said, but I was just like,
she said did something different.
Pretty much saying how evil I was.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh, all I said was gentle parenting is for gentle kids.
Oh.
And she pretty much told me like, jump off a building.
Oh.
She did. And it was crazy.
Oh, Karen, calm down there. Oh,
yes.
Relax there. Don't attack our girl like that. Relax there. All right. Hey, internet ruthless. That's what I'm talking right there.
It really is.
Delete the internet right
And
there.
I deleted the comment just because I didn't want any more people coming from my whole life over.
Very much a mob mentality. You'll see one negative comment and then people just start rolling with it and stuff like that. Like, I definitely, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, am I surprised? No, but that's insane.
Yeah.
Roll off that. Yeah, we definitely way too soft. But definitely, I'm only 26, about to be 27 next year. I mean, next month, next year. Like, and I've already seen a big swing in dynamic and like how people react to things, how people like are spoken now. Like, it's definitely a different world now than 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Like, can't say anything. You got to tread lightly. Like you said, this great, huge point. We've seen that in the past, like 2-3 years. They really people trying to silence and cancel a comedian when his job is to like, if one person has like the green light to just kind of say whatever they want, it will be a comedian. And they're really trying to like get them bottled up and canceled, like, which was unbelievable to me. Like, you know, but yeah, we definitely are way too soft. And I don't know. I don't want to blame it. I don't want to be the angry grandpa again. But the internet, it'll do it to you. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is the internet. I don't know if it is the new style of parenting. People are going, well, actually, no, it's a big part of the new style of parenting. Bring back, I can't probably say that on YouTube. I can't say it on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know a combination of what it is, but yeah, people can't take no criticism no more. And I feel like criticism and like constructive criticism, not just, just nitpicking at people and, or, making fun of them or whatever, but like constructive criticism, people can't handle that no more. People can't handle anything. And that's stunting us in more ways than people can imagine, man. We're not growing as people no more. Like, we're supposed to have flying cars by now. That was 30 years ago. People talking about that. Where is the flying car? I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like, still, am I really? We're really being stunted because maybe in a workplace, someone's looking at someone, do something a certain way that is not the most efficient way, but they want to mind their feelings and not, don't want to hurt their feelings. Tell them, hey, man, there's a different way. Now, also to roll on that point as well, we also have to learn how to speak to one another, know social cues and things like that, and know how to articulate what we're saying and convey our emotion without offending people. Different topic for a different day. But in the same breath, we can't be so like easily, offended to things. And like, when people say something that counteracts what you say or whatever, it's not always just to belittle you or just to like, make fun of you, what you don't know or what you're trying to say. Sometimes it's just to like, learn and grow and things like that. So yeah, ultimate, yeah, I think we're way too soft now. Way too soft.
Okay, so along those lines of being too soft, you said something about constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So to both of y'all, what do you identify as constructive criticism, and what do you identify as hate? Because I feel like a lot of times this new generation think when you construct a criticism, they think that's hate, but it's really not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree with you. I feel like it's all about you just have to know the difference because it's going to be times where, people give you constructive criticism to help you grow. So it's like, I would see if it's like somebody saying like, oh, that's an ugly outfit or something like that, because the way you dress is the way that you express yourself. And that's your sense of style. And, that could be a hater, But when it comes to, it's funny because I keep thinking of work. My boss had told me that I had did something wrong at work, and she was like, if I were you, I would have went about it like this. And I immediately took it as constructive. I'm like, okay, look at you taking out the time of your day to correct me because you want to see me grow. And she's even told me that before. She's like, I'm only telling you this because I want you with this company a long time, and I want you to be the best you. I want you to be, great at what you're doing. So when you know that someone is coming at you in a loving way, in a supportive way, and you know that they're just trying to help you grow, that is where you have to take the feelings and emotions out of it.
Absolutely. I definitely can agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Especially when you're in a nice safe space and you know that this is constructive and not a hate, man. That's a very big important factor as well too. Some people don't create that safe space to like just naturally for someone to accept that type of constructive criticism or whatever. Some people instantly are offended because it's a negative space as well. Like, if you're used to bringing type of negative energy or saying offensive things, and whatever you say is automatically going to be taken as offensive. So it's very important that people have a safe space as well for that constructive criticism. But example of like hating, like that's tough. Look on Instagram. Probably looking offset comments. There's a lot. I don't know. Looking Cardi B's comments. There's a lot of hating going on up in there. Like people say, I think, it's internet is really not a real place in my head. Like when I read hateful things, like it'd be hateful, and then I keep in mind that 99.99999% of these people wouldn't say this shit to your face.
Yeah.
They're not gonna say a penny, half of the sentence they typed out to your face.
Yeah.
Half of these be kids, which would be crazy to me. Half of them be somebody in some remote island talking about something. It'd be
broke.
be like
can't
the
even get in the
papers
same rooms.
I'm trying to tell you,
can't afford the same clothes, and you want to talk about
rent past due 20 days, trying to criticize what you what you doing? And it's just like, what are we doing here? Like,
Exactly.
what are we doing here? We got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
So that right there is some hate. When people are just like, when it's past just a simple like critique or whatever. Also, this kind of falls back into the main point of being soft. Like for instance, if someone says something about your outfit or not in a hating way, but say something like I don't know. It's hard to give an example. I'm like brain fog now. But like again, have to not be soft towards things and not be easily offended towards things and not just take everything as hate. Like especially with the way some people talk. Some people just talk a little aggressive or heavy, and it don't be like.
Yeah, me being people.
You talk aggressive.
I talk. I naturally talk with my chest. So like I'm someone that like my friends and my family know that I'm gonna say it regardless, but it comes with like love. Like I love you, but I'm gonna keep it real with you at the same time. Like I'm not walking on eggshells to like protect your like feelings and just know that I'm only saying this because I love you. But yeah, like I don't hold back. I talk with my chest for sure, but I'm also the oldest girl, and I had to. I'm just not weak, you know what I mean? And I didn't
grow up that way. You didn't grow
I didn't grow up like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. I have to. You gotta put your foot down. People like to play with you. They like to play with your intelligence. They like to play with everything.
Yeah.
Especially
and people are gonna play as long as you allow it. And it's so funny because I actually just had a friend who went and got her nails done and she hated it, but she paid and didn't say anything.
Couldn't be me. Like it's a polite way to say something. Like you paid money. Like make sure the service is correct. Like
exactly.
Like
you do not
money. Like this wasn't free. This wasn't like just a cool like, hey, I got you. Look out. No, you paid your hard earned.
Yeah.
You went to work. You woke up early in the morning. Got in your car. Put gas in your car. Went to this job. Came back home during rush hour traffic and gave her some of that bread. And you ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't flying with that. We ain't flying with that. Please.
15.
Pardon me.
Is modern dating too superficial for meaningful connections to form easily?
Ooh. Honestly, it goes back to me saying it depends on the person. There's a lot of superficial people out here. And it's honestly, this comes from social media. I feel like, people look at these couples and have these goals and they're not willing to just, I'm not saying everybody, but some people, those people that are like that have these couple goals and they're not willing to just accept the partner that they have. They have this partner that comes home with the roses from Publix and they want the bouquet, the $1,000 bouquet that they see on Instagram instead of appreciating the fact that your man just thought of you while he was grocery shopping, So I think it depends on the person.
I'm gonna say yes, it has. I'm only gonna say that because it's a majority. There's a select few, people that make dating easy and stuff like that. So shout out to them. But because it's just so many people that are heavily influenced by social media and what they see online, it's like both male and women. It's almost like a sickness. It's just like I'm seeing like social media. Man, I sound like I hate the internet. I sound like an old man. I sound like an unk in here. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the internet. This is crazy to say. But I think social media has put this seed in people, and it's just developed into people's personalities. And it's like people can't help it at this point but to compare things to like social media and things like that. Even though people hear all the time, social media isn't what you think, it's blah, 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 blah. People still let it influence them so heavily, even into their dating life, even into what they eat, even to what they wear, how they do their hair, how they blink probably. Like, oh man, don't let somebody figure out TikTok and told them blinking this way is wrong. Oh God. But anyway, so I feel like it definitely has been. It's difficult because like I don't want to just put everybody in a lump sum category. But there's just too many examples I've seen. And it's like, if I got to find the needle in a haystack, then I'm going to say the chances are rare, you know? And that's how I kind of feel about it. So I feel like dating as a whole, yeah, definitely become too superficial. For sure. How do you feel? Talk to me. You have some other thoughts going on. Like you ready to fire me up? Let me know something.
No. It's not that I'm ready to fire you up. But like I hate when people say, "Oh, hate is such a strong word." But like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Because the reality is there's so many people, me included, that are not superficial, and the reality is. I can say I feel like because of social media and how much it has taken over, it can ruin a person, especially. But the thing is I feel like it's going to be worse for the kids, the people, the kids coming after us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because we experienced like. I was just laughing about my goddaughter loving to be on her Kindle and like, or tablet or whatever, and like playing games on it. And I was telling her, I'm like, when I was your age, I was outside playing tag with my siblings, literally like until the streetlights came on and my mom made me come in the house. So like it, and then she just turned 9. Shout out to Ava, that's my baby, my goddaughter.
Shout out her.
But yeah, she just turned 9 and told her mom that she wants to wear mascara and because her friends are. And she also just got into lipstick. She's a cheerleader, so she sees the other cheerleaders wearing lipstick. So she's like, "Oh, I want to wear lipstick still." And I'm like, you know, like I just want you to always be able to be yourself, you know? And so I try to, you know, I want her to. Like when I was 9 years old, my mom did not let me wear mascara. My mom didn't even let me wear makeup at all until I was like 15.
That
so like,
right.
But I know that we're in like a new day, and it's like, you know, allowing your child to still, you know, people always talk about the importance of, they have these strong opinions on being the right parent, and the right parent allows your kid to do this, that, and the third. But the reality is I don't want my child to grow up too fast either, you know? And when it comes to all of the internet and the apps and everything, and her being able to have so much access so young, like we literally had to take Chat GPT off her tablet because she wanted to use it to help her do her homework. And we're like, well, you do understand that if you, I'm sorry, I'm completely off topic, but I'm saying this is how bad social media could literally ruin these kids that are coming into the world because they have so much access at such a young age that it's like, are you even, like, what are you going to learn? What are you going to learn if Chat GPT is doing your homework?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but no, yeah. No,
absolutely.
I feel like when it comes to, those younger ones that are coming after us, I think that they're going to have more of a hard time of finding people that are not superficial because of the access to the internet and growing up with all of that access.
That's going to be a very dangerous combination.
Yeah. But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is there a way we can go back, or are we stuck in now?
I personally, I'm a huge nostalgia person. I don't know. Anybody that knows me will know I'm a huge nostalgia person. I love throwback music. I love throwback clothing. Throwback anything, old NBA games. I'll sit here and watch a game from '85. I don't care. I'll sit here and really watch that. But in my opinion, it's not best to keep looking at what it was. At this point, we have to learn and adapt. Keep looking back is what's going to hold us back. We have to learn how to manage this, how to handle this. It's a lot. Internet, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially for like a 4-year-old. Like you said, we were outside. We were by the little green power box outside, kicking it with the homies and stuff. Like we was outside with the street lights. Come on, we trying to run home. I done had my step pops pull up on me one time because I wasn't home. Man, we went outside in the field. Like, you feel me? Like, we don't know what's going on nowadays, but I can tell you it's really wicked. Like, and I'm seeing it become such a bad problem now. People don't know how to read now. People don't know how to talk now. They don't know how to dialogue. They don't know how to articulate their words properly. They're not even knowing how to like I hear someone say something out loud. I'm like, that's not what that says. I'm reading conversations online. And I'm like, this is disturbing because it's like, I'm gonna go a little off topic here. F it. I'd say social media is like having a big lunch table, right? You know, in grade school, everybody kind of had their designated area. If you were like, you know, a normal student, you had your normal classes. If you had, you know, if you were extra smart early on, you had your honor classes. You know, if you needed a little help, you had, you know, other classes, stuff like that. If you needed help taking a test, whatever, whatever. We had different, you know, to help you where you need to be, right? And social media is like just a big lunch table with everybody's opinion right there. A lot of conversations probably shouldn't take place. A lot of different levels, a lot of different things. And it's like, you really get to see people's intelligence levels come out, especially on social media and in the internet. And if we don't learn how to handle this, if we don't learn how to talk, if we don't learn how to incorporate this into our normal life, we're going to just slowly just all look like idiots on the internet. We're going to look back in 10 years, like 20 years and look like, what are we talking about? What is anybody talking about on this thing? Like, we definitely have to learn how to incorporate this rather than just keep looking back and just saying, oh, we need to get rid of the internet or whatever. We're going to have to learn something because people growing up, like even you were saying about kids, like they're growing up after, you know, with their iPads in their hand, 3 years old. They don't know how to talk. Like, people don't know how to think for themselves. They don't know how to, you know, move on their own or whatever. And that's going to cause like a real big hiccup in society. But I'm sorry, I just went off a whole little tangent.
I'm not you good.
But yeah, I think we need to start looking back and learn how to adapt with it because clearly it's here. It's here to stay.
Yeah, it's here to stay.
Like,
so
it's
I
not
think
going nowhere.
it's not about, it's like you said, it's all about adapting because it's not going anywhere, and the importance of learning how to navigate and also limit access, you know. My goddaughter's mom was telling me about parental control that she's put on there on the tablet to make sure that Ava does her own homework.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Parental, like, what?
Yeah.
That's a different time. I was having a conversation with somebody like probably like a month ago. And this is a little off topic, but still kind of on topic. This person was like, they use ChatGPT to talk about, you know, their feelings and stuff. And I was like, okay, like you do it like just once in a time to get like a different perspective on things, or like no, I talk to them all day, first name basis. I tell them everything. I'm like, oh, you use this. Oh, okay. And that's not the only person I've heard do this. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think that's probably the greatest sign of where like, you know, the use of technology should maybe be. And if that's becoming the new norms, I'm scared to see what else is going to become the new norms. Yeah. Especially with ChatGPT. Like, it's really getting wicked out here. Really getting wicked.
I completely agree.
I like it.
You have any input, big dog?
I feel like ChatGPT and stuff like that, it can kind of ruin the brain if you let it. If you don't understand how to use it for what it's meant to be used, then it's going to ruin it's going to ruin human connectivity. And I feel like that's one of the main things that's getting ruined right now because people were so reliant on technology to just go about doing simple stuff and not just actually using like your human instincts, your, you know, natural skills. But yeah, I feel like we got to get a handle of it right now. Yeah. Because I feel like if we don't do it in about 2 or 3 generations, it's going to be completely too far gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. It's actually really funny. And everything you just said made me think of an old coworker that I had. He would use ChatGPT to write his emails. And like, he would be like, make this sound nice. Or even like a Teams message, make this sound nice. Because he was more of a logical person in the workplace than an emotional one. So instead of actually just trying to find the right words to say, he used ChatGPT. So those people that were only interacting with him virtually, when they met him in person and realized that he wasn't this nice person that they thought that he was, it's like, oh, well,
Like,
who
was I
the
talking
hell was
to?
I talking to? ChatGPT.
That'll do it. That'll do it. You got catfished in the workplace. Imagine
Exactly.
that. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Wow, you just said catfished.
Right.
And think about how many people use ChatGPT to catfish people. What if people are using ChatGPT for
You know, I didn't want to bring
like dating apps?
I didn't want to bring this into like, you know, online kind of atmosphere. But
am I thinking too deep?
No, not at all. You're on the right path, actually. Like, people right now are using like these AI videos and stuff for funny, like for funny stuff, funny videos. I don't know if you've seen like the little prompt stuff. They've been pretty hilarious. But I don't know when the switch is gonna happen. Lord forbid, knock on wood. But there's gonna be a switch, and I'm calling it right. It's gonna be a switch where it's gonna start getting bad, where people are gonna start using AI like for evil intentions, like dating apps, a fake video or fake picture on there. I mean, people are already catfishing in different ways. We're not gonna talk about it, but like, like literally using other people's pictures or whatever, knowing they ain't, whatever the case may be. But like, imagine like these dating apps now, like are filled with fake people and stuff now. Like, imagine that. Imagine, I don't know, your Uber has a fake profile picture of AI. Imagine like, I don't like just random examples and stuff like that. Just baseline touching.
Yeah.
Like this, like right now it's fun and games, but we really need to get a handle on things.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like even more regulation, more something.
Yeah.
Like it's really getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
I completely agree.
I'm just looking already. I guess that ain't fair. 6.
Number 6. Has dating culture been destroyed by apps?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it could. Yeah, no. My answer is no. I think that if anything, and I mean, yeah, in a way, it depends on the person, honestly, because a lot of people get on apps and then they are like, ooh, I have endless options. So as soon as someone gets on their nerves, it's like, ooh, not talking to you anymore. I'm going to start swiping and meet new people. When the reality is when you're trying to be in a relationship and have a relationship, it takes a lot of work. So I feel like there's no perfect person. There's no perfect relationship. There's no person that was literally put on this earth to be your person. I don't think so. I think that you meet someone and you both have the same. You both put in that effort to make it work. And the thing about people on apps is they're not, and not everybody, but some people are just not willing to put in that effort that needs to be put in to actually make good, strong connections and create real relationships, meaningful relationships out of it. That's all I had.
Okay. In my personal opinion, I'm gonna say something very controversial. Let's go ahead and get a little clip back in here. Let's go ahead and grab the headline. I think Steve Jobs ruined us as people. In my humble opinion, I think we weren't ready for, and I'm gonna make it all connect because I know what I'm saying has really no connection to the question right now. Y'all looking like, what is this all come out? Where are you going with this, Marco? I got y'all. I ain't tell you. I think Steve Jobs ruined us in the sense of we weren't ready for the amount of power we have with these iPhones, and we still have yet to realize the really true capacity of what we can do and the capabilities of what these iPhones can do for us as people. Same thing with AI, same thing with all this new stuff and technology. We don't truly realize what we're handling. I work in technology, and I can see we're not ready for it, and we haven't used it to a good degree so far, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, I say that because iPhone is very much a Swiss Army knife. It can do everything. You can take pictures. You can go on the internet. You can do this. You can play games. You can call. It's a computer in the pocket. You can do all this. Now you introduce apps, you introduce all this, connectivity to the world, right? And in a lot of aspects, that's a great thing. We deserve to be connected to the rest of the world and figure things out, learn things that our particular society don't want us to find out. Let's just say that. Things like that. But other sense, like we don't know how to contain ourselves in the sense of the dating world. A lot of times people want their cake and want to eat it too. We see too much. We're a little overstimulated, in my opinion, as well. And, curiosity always kills the cat. People get very curious with things. People, like I said, want to have their cake and eat it too. They have one good thing, but they see something else, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot of stimulation, and I don't think we were ready or mature enough to have that. And I think as time go on, it's only gonna get worse, in my opinion. So do I think dating apps have ruined? Absolutely. I think was cheating going on and other things going on before apps? Absolutely. That's not taking away anything. We're only seeing it more because of social media and stuff like that. But I think dating apps has absolutely ruined dating. People see too much. People don't know how to just, be happy with what they have. They're always looking for the next best thing, the next thing, feel like they're missing out or whatever the case may be. Yeah. That's my little rant. I messed you up.
This entire time.
What's going on? What's going on? Talk to me now.
Because to me, I actually, have friends that, have met their partner off of dating apps. And then they both delete the apps and have lived happily ever after.
Absolutely.
So like I feel like it depends on the person as well. Because some people are not mature enough. But now that I'm even really thinking about it, even before the dating apps, we had Facebook, we had MySpace, where people were still meeting people or cheating on their spouse or whatever. And like you said before, social media altogether, I mean, they still were cheating with the lady down the street. Absolutely. So like, or a man, or a man down the street. But the reality is, I feel like it all depends on the person. And I don't think it has anything to do with apps, and it has everything to do with the person.
Absolutely. I could definitely see that as well. Apps do make it a hell of a lot easier for the weak-minded people, though.
Yeah, but who wants to be with a weak-minded person? And honestly, if anything, I would rather, just realize that, be able to realize that you're not who I thought you were.
That's very true.
It's when it comes to that weak-mindedness, because it's just going to be so much temptation out here regardless. So if you don't have that partner that is strong enough to reject or, ignore the girls on Instagram in their bathing suits or whatever, that says a lot more about the person than the app.
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. It's tough though, because a lot of people nowadays, they grew up in, especially like kids growing up nowadays, they're growing up in like such a social media heavy time, right? All these seeing is like things on the app, and that's all they're comparing to and things like that. It's tough for them. And I'm seeing it a lot too, with people not wanting to get outside, and talk to people face to face. They rather meet through an app and things like that. And, once some people get programmed through that, then that's kind of like, that's kind of how they live their life through that. But I definitely agree. Like, it's going on before, and it's probably going to keep going on, even if there was no app. It's up to the person, to be strong enough for it. So I definitely agree with that aspect.
19.
Ooh, this is a great one to end off of. Can you really have a work-life balance when growing in your career or business?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, yo. That's like a perfect question right now. Like, you want to go? You want me to go?
Oh, okay. Here, I'll go. Honestly, and I don't want to say it's impossible. But for instance, I'm a corporate girly, corporate baddie. Yeah. But like, I am very far in my career at just 27, and like it's funny because like the people around me, they're like, Like even when I'm at work events, I mean, I'm a marketing and events coordinator. But when I'm at events, they're surprised by my age. I'm the youngest person in the room everywhere I go. But it's because as soon as I got out of school, I worked for the University of South Carolina. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Matt.
And it opened a lot of doors for me. Yeah. Like I was able to get that opportunity because throughout school, I had an internship and I was very involved. I was a presidential ambassador and like those leadership qualities were able to get me a lot further than people who did not take out the time to use, that free time in school to create opportunities for themselves. So like, because I created those opportunities prior to getting my degree, once I received my degree, it opened a lot of doors for me because I already had a nice resume to bring to the table. Absolutely. So, but I had to grind very hard for even like, I mean, life is good now. Now, as in this year, 2025. But before now, I was busting my ass. I didn't want to be, making 45K, 50K, 60K. Like I wanted to be making money. And I knew that I had to take that job where I was only making 30 something K and bust my ass and grind, going to work at 8 a.m. and staying later than the rest to create a name for myself so that when I wasn't in rooms, people spoke my name and opened doors for me as well,
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then when it came to having a life,
gotta get rid of it.
I did not have the time to have a life. I also didn't have the money to have a life. You have to have money to have a life.
Don't know where these jobless people. I feel all my unemployed friends just be in Dubai every week or something. I'm like, where are you getting the funds from?
Literally.
Let me know. I got BOA. I'll tap in. Let me know. I'm playing. I wholeheartedly 100%. I'm glad you're in the same space as me. I'm in a corporate. I work for
we're here.
I'm a DevOps engineer. So I'm deep in the IT field. Not seeing too many people of our like skin tone in different spaces. Different ethnic group, a very different ethnic group usually. And I'm really like you, likewise, usually way younger than everybody else. So it's definitely a different experience and stuff. But to get to that point, like, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't told too many people this. I mean, people may have assumed or guessed, but I really like cut off like my whole old life. Like I cut off like every friend I had. Like I just kind of rekindled with my dog here, like over like recently. Like when I tell you, I got off social media for the most part and everything. I'm not tripping. It's a bomb.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I really like. You have to like lock in. And people don't understand sometimes the amount of lock-in you have to be to get to a certain way, like to get to a certain level. Like I have huge dreams and aspirations, man. And like I've been planning this for long since like before I was even in high school to get to this point. Like, and certain people just won't see that vision. And they don't understand. Like you said, they like to be outside. People like to be outside. Nothing wrong with being outside. If you can afford to be outside.
Yeah.
But like that's also can be a distraction because the outside time is taking you away from potentially leveling up to the next level.
Yeah.
Like, what if I don't want to be outside? I'm trying to be out of space. That's not, I can't just do regular stuff. Regular people don't do regular people do regular things.
Yeah.
Like, I really had to sit here and buckle in, do some uncomfortable things, grind for a minute, take, pettier jobs or whatever the case may be to put my time in, do my due diligence, whatever the case may be. To get to that certain level and stuff like that. So I feel like if you want to get to a certain level, the best, some people can, in my personal opinion, again, I'm also speaking from a person that's very comfortable being alone and stuff like that. I'll change my whole life to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I moved, I left Spartanburg, went to Columbia, left the Met, came to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Don't know a single soul out here. I swear on me. been by myself like 3 years, 3 years at this point. But I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life.
Oh my God.
Like, I swear to God.
It was the same for me.
Like,
I left Spartanburg, went to Columbia, and then came to Charlotte.
What up?
And leaving those smaller towns, not saying there's not opportunity there. There's much more opportunity in the city.
There's
and
like
it's
no comparison.
A lot more money.
There's like no comparison.
Literally double my income. Now, not right off bat either.
Yeah, I swear not off bat, boy. But like now it's like I'm in rooms and I'm in like brackets that it's way like I didn't plan to be, this level of where I'm at so soon, but it's just hustling. Like, and that's another thing. I feel like if people were in my spot, like they would be comfortable for life. I'm still uncomfortable because I just know it's like so much more I can get to. Like, I know if I reach this level right now, oh my God, like I feel like I can do anything.
Exactly.
You do once you like accomplish a major goal, you can really like you see the work being put in and you see you're like, I want to grow more trees now. Yeah. I'm about to grow a whole fruit garden out here at this point.
Yeah. Literally. And it's crazy because that's how I think too. Yeah. I'm like, if I'm doing all this at 27, imagine what my life's going to be like at 35 if I continue to grind.
Imagine. Like, and it was crazy to me. We already did the hardest part, getting a foot in the door. Yeah. To me, that's the hardest part, getting into IT. Like, like getting getting a foot in the door. Like every entry job want 5 years experience. Who came up with that? Like, I just got out of college or I'm in college and you want 5 years of experience. That's what you're here for. Like, that's what the entry level job is for. But another story, different day. But getting foot in the door is definitely the most difficult, time consuming. A lot of no's to get to a yes. Once that's all you need. Like some people, that's all you need though. Yeah. It's that little yes, that little crack open the door a little bit. That's all I need.
And I'm just so glad that you said that because that is so important for people to understand. And the thing is like, it took a year for me. Like for an entire year, I was applying to different jobs and doing interviews and getting the jobs. And those jobs were only offering me like $5,000 more than what I was making. So I continuously turned them down because the thing about being in the corporate world and being in an entry level position, if you're continuously just skipping around, accepting jobs that are just offering you $5,000 more, you're continuously making yourself stuck in entry level roles instead of sitting in that one role where you may not be making the money that you want to make, but you're showing that you're a dependable person and you're building your resume with this one company. And then once you get that next job, you can take the job as a junior professional instead of being stuck at entry level. Because once you elevate, because a lot of people, when I was with the company that I was with previously, a lot of people were still at entry level with me and they were 38, 40. And it was because they were continuously putting themselves in a position where they were only accepting those entry level positions instead of challenging themselves and saying like, damn, I might not be making the money that I want to make, but I'm going to sit here because once I elevated, I was able to make a lot more money. It wasn't $5,000 more. It wasn't $10,000 more. You know what I mean? Like it's so important to understand that if you're at entry level, they're going to leave you at that. It's going to put you in a box. I don't know how to explain it, but
so glad you said that.
I just feel like a lot of people get in corporate world and they don't understand that corporate America will literally put you in a box and get you stuck at entry level and you won't be able to grow. You have to understand the importance of growing.
Absolutely. Growing. Especially in IT. Like IT is a very like I pretty much learn every day at my work. I have to because technology is constantly changing, advancing. Like, I'm going to give a reference. Like, there's always a new iPhone update, right? But with that update, there's always people trying to break into the iPhone, right? Always trying to find a new loophole, which means your work is never truly done. Yeah. Which means you're always learning what the next thing is. That's just a mini example. Like, with technology, a lot of people get complacent, I'm seeing, and not trying to learn or keep up with the new technologies and things like that. Now you're left in the past using some 20-year-old technology and all the new companies are using this new program and you're lost in the dust now.
You just said a word that I have to complacent, comfortable.
Yeah, real.
And that is something that I meant to say is those people who were, 38 or however old were comfortable. And instead of even trying to grow, they're like, ooh, I make a decent amount of money. And it's like, okay, but you've been with this company for 15 years.
15 years, you could be making twice what you're making.
And they're only giving you like a, 1.5% increase. And just, like you're putting yourself in a box and you're holding yourself back.
Absolutely. Like people don't want to get uncomfortable again.
Uncomfortable.
Like you said with the people saying keep moving jobs just for like a little 5K. I mean, the 5K, it sounds nice until you realize this person been with this one place for 5-6 years and then they move and they got a bunch of experience and they're getting paid 10 times that because experience is what pays.
Exactly.
It's not about, you can do this job. How well do you know this job? Have you been doing 10 years of this job? Okay, we're going to pay you a lot more than this person has been doing 2 years at 5 different companies.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if you worked at Microsoft. That holds weight. But did you work at Microsoft and then Apple and then, for 10 years? Okay, you're getting paid. Like, that's another thing. Experience is a huge payer.
Yes.
People like to keep shifting and keep switching. Like, it's really crazy. People get uncomfortable, but not in the way they need to.
Yeah.
People like switch between jobs or careers or whatever. And I'm like, yo, it's more work switching between multiple careers and just trying to like lock in.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
You're not going to learn this off real.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Like, it's really crazy. I had did this research on this whole study. Like, I forgot exactly what it's called, so I hate to even bring it up. But it was like a learning curve. And it was like the curve of when you first get onto a new topic or subject you're not familiar with. And it's like when you first get to it, you feel full of confidence. You're like at a good high and you feel like you could tackle it. Then you learn and get the general scope of what you're learning. Like you realize like, oh, this is a lot of stuff. Like this is not as simple as I thought, or this is a lot I got to learn. And then you kind of get a little sunken low. That's where a lot of people commonly stay at. Yeah. They get discouraged and they get ran off. But then like once you lock in and, stay consistent a little bit, it's like a huge curve because you start learning everything. You start really grasping it. And it's like a lot of people don't make it to that high point. And it's like, it's really such a rewarding feeling. Once you look back and be like, man, 5 months ago, I didn't know nothing about nothing. But now I know a little something. Like, I can hold a little conversation about it type stuff. But yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely feel that as well. I definitely feel that as well.
That's perfect end off.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming first episode. We in Charlotte with it. 803 Charlotte Connections. 2 sides of the South. Appreciate you for tuning in.